So, ladies and gentlemen, I have breaking news in the Delphi double homicide case. Damn! We're almost there, everybody. We're almost there. We are so close. Is today the day in Delphi? That's what we all want to know. And I'm about to bring it to you right now, ladies and gentlemen. So, I'm going to pull this over here. I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to take a look at this because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Last night, internet sleuths from around the world jumped on it. Everybody jumped on it last night and did their investigation, and Anthony Schatz has been identified and arrested in Peru, Indiana, not far, okay? And this person has never come up on the list from anybody. This person right here, ladies and gentlemen, this man right here is the man behind the Anthony Schatz account. Miami County, which is Peru, a man behind an online profile that has drawn the attention of investigators in the Delphi Murders case was arrested for child porn and child exploitation in 2020. However, redacted court documents acquired by News 8 do not tie him to the murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German. On Monday night, Indiana State Police issued a release asking for individuals who may have had contact with a fake profile with the username Anthony Schatz in 2016 or 17 to contact investigators. ISP said that the profile was active on social media platforms in 2016 and 17 and was using photos of a male model for profile pictures. Indiana State Police said the man in the pictures is not a suspect in the killings. On Tuesday morning, News 8, Demi Johnson received probable cause affidavit filed in 2020 that links 27-year-old Keegan Anthony Kline, okay, Keegan Kline, not Keegan Duger or whatever his name is listed in the online court records with a Kokomo address to the name Anthony Schatz social media account. On August 19th, 2020, Kline was charged with 30 felonies, including child exploitation, possession of child pornography, obstruction of justice, and synthetic identity deception. The documents, which are heavily redacted, do not make any mention of the Delphi case. According to court documents, Indiana State Police first encountered Kline in 2017. Indiana State Police and the FBI were conducting a search warrant on February 25th, 2017 at the Peru address. That is the address. That's the reason that they were searching in Peru, ladies and gentlemen. That's the reason that the search warrant issued in Peru in relevance to the Delphi case. It's all making sense now. That's why they issued the search warrant in Peru, okay? Damn. Most of the Peru address is redacted in the affidavit, but it was discovered that an adult male going by Anthony Schatz online was soliciting underage females on social media. A subpoena is sent to Comcast for an IP address led investigators to the residence in Peru. That same day, Indiana State Police, the FBI, and Peru Police Department executed a search warrant in Peru at an address that is also redacted in the court documents. According to investigators, Kline and his father were inside the residence. Kline allegedly told investigators that he would find girls on Instagram and then have them move the conversation to Snapchat. He said he believed he received pictures from approximately 15 underage girls and received around 100 sexual pictures of girls. There were CSAM, child sex abuse material, filed that depicted female children approximately 12 to 17 years of age posing nude and or partially nude and or performing a sex act on themselves, masturbation. There were files located which depicted children between the ages of approximately 13 and 11 engaged in sex acts with an adult on his iPhone 4, according to court documents. Investigators also found a discussion of sharing links with child porn files on Dropbox with another party who is not identified in court records. Investigators also believe Kline used the online handle Emily Ann 45 on social media platforms. EMILYANN 45. Look it up. Several electronic devices were seized during the warrant. Kline did a polygraph test and then was transported back to his residence. On February 27th, 2017, Kline contacted investigators to tell them about a device that was not seized. That device, an Apple iPhone 5C, was obtained by Indiana State Police on March 2nd, 2017. Investigators say a forensic exam found many items that had been wiped from the device, including web browsing history. Several social media apps had been uninstalled. On June 18th, 2020, law enforcement officials met with Miami County prosecutor to discuss the investigation. Kline was charged in Miami County about 2 months later. According to online court records, Kline is back in court for a pretrial conference on December 16th. Who's going to that? We are. Online jail records list him as currently being in custody in the Miami County jail. News 8 reached out to investigators with the Delphi case to see if there was any more connections. So we do not confirm nor deny anyone who is or is not a suspect in an ongoing investigation. At this time, we are looking for any information about the Anthony Schatz profile and anyone who may have had contact with that profile. Abby and Libby were found dead on off the beat. This says on a trail. It's wrong. Abby and Libby were found about 200 yards from the Monon High Bridge in 2017 on February 14th. They were murdered on February 13th. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. And Keegan Anthony Kline has been arrested for the Anthony Schatz profile. Thank you to the online sleuths and investigators. They have someone has uncovered this. Someone has tipped this in. And it looks like I do have someone that is going to be joining me here today, everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that individual in. Let me go ahead and stop my screen share and give me just a second. I'm going to go ahead and pull this individual in for us to talk to. Where we go here? All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, who's your cold cases?
Hey, Anthony, thanks so much for having me on.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Good. You know, we've been working behind the scenes trying to figure this stuff out. And, you know, this breaking news is incredible. Now, I will say they're not tying him to Delphi.
Correct.
Thing is, they can't. But they were able to get him on something, and now they can take his DNA. Now they can take his devices, search through all of that stuff. So this feels like the biggest Delphi thing ever, in my opinion.
It does. It really, it's to me, I mean, this is the biggest break that we've ever had.
It's awesome. One of our very good mutual friends is like freaking out.
I know, man.
This morning he's like, dude.
You know what? It looks like he might be here. He might be here right now. You see him?
I haven't yet. No, I don't.
Okay, I see him. All right, I'm going to pull him in too, if you don't mind.
Sweet. Yes, so, please.
Someone's here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the captain.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, brother.
So, before we kind of go off the rails here, have we independently verified that this person was arrested through multiple sources? Because I'm only seeing one source.
News 8's got it, and he is listed as an inmate in the county jail.
News 8 has it?
News 8 has it. Wish TV.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, good. So, I mean, this would explain a lot of things now, wouldn't it? It would explain why they made that really bizarre statement last night at 10 o'clock at night, if they were planning on having an arrest today. So I'm wondering if they had enough to finally arrest this guy, and that is why they came out with a statement last night.
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of curious about that because, yeah, it does make sense. So while you guys are chatting this up, I'm going to try to pull up Google Earth because people are asking where Peru is in relevance to Delphi. I'm going to pull up Google Earth while I mean, go ahead and speak away, James.
So it's pretty wild. It's been a wild ride all late last night. First thing this morning, phones are blowing up. Anthony had hundreds of messages, emails, thousands probably.
Yeah.
But people tracked down. There was one of those pictures from the Anthony Schatz user account that looked legit. It traced to a Nissan 370Z, which isn't really too expensive of a car and isn't real common. Cap, helped a lot with that. The captain.
Thanks, sir.
And someone also found that house.
Yes.
So yes, and I know who lives at that house. I know who lives at that house.
Within minutes. So With it, well, you figure since last night, from the time they released this last night, someone was able to actually tell us the exact make and model of the vehicle from that photo and where the house was in the background within hours,
Oops,
which is insane.
I went to the wrong side of the world here.
You're asking for a recap.
Yes.
Yeah.
So basic recap going on right now is that last night, Indiana State Police released a statement that they were looking for a person that was online from 2016 to 2017 that went by the name Anthony Schatz, which ironically, Who's Your Cold Cases actually tied that into a murder, like a true crime reference. Is that correct? Where did that come from?
Yeah, so in New York, there was a gangster named Anthony Schatz. He was killed in 2005, I think. So this guy's a true crime fan, which we've always suspected. I know the captain and I have talked about that
Yeah.
a lot.
Yes. And so, okay, so they release this information, and in all of these photos that somehow they know came from this fake profile that law enforcement believes or is suggesting was connected to the Delphi case. It's all photos of like this young male model, like a Justin Bieber type, like a really good looking young guy. And it's like photos of Ferraris and Porsches and Lambos and wads of money. And apparently, I did not know this. I guess that Gucci clothes for men is actually a popular thing amongst younger people. That's not
Hmm.
a really our generation type thing. But that's some of the stuff that they were posting was like they were going to order this really expensive Gucci clothes. But there was one photo of the inside of a car, and that car was that Nissan, and it is not. I mean, I think the MSRP on that car back in 2015 was in the low 20s. So obviously not a Ferrari, right? And
Mhm.
so that being said, people start looking into this like, wait a minute, why would he have posted this about everything? And it just so happens that that vehicle it looks to, and I don't want to guarantee this, but it does appear that that house in the background is in Flora, Indiana, and it looks like they've found the actual house.
Yeah, and actually, I know who lives at that house. Jeremiah Combs lives at that house. So,
And then within what an hour or so of that happening, if this arrest is legitimate, um, and I don't want to like, because what if I just want to make sure, but if you're saying that this is coming from multiple sources, Wish TV, no, back up.
mhm.
Yeah, man.
Here we
I
go.
just want to make sure. I think that we should just independently make sure that this arrest has happened, because if it has, it would explain why they did a press release in the middle of the night last night, right? Like because they were preparing to make an arrest today and they wanted us to know that they thought it was connected.
Hmm. Yeah, and well, I mean, this makes a lot of sense because remember we go back to back early on in the investigation, guys, where they issued a search warrant in Peru, and we all kind of were like, well, why? What does that have anything to do with it? Now it makes sense. That's what they were there. Here's who they were looking at.
He is huge. He's a big guy. And I
Well,
actually
but back in
spoke
20,
with another YouTuber that actually wrote Gray Hughes. And that was the first words out of Gray Hughes' mouth is
if
that
you
he
go
was
back to
huge.
2017 on his Facebook account, he is thinner.
Is he?
Is he?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want? Can you share screen? Do you want to pull it or
Um,
not? If you don't want to pull it, it's fine.
yeah, let me see. I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, because I think that would be good for everybody to see that. I'm going to go ahead and remove that and pull us back over here. Yeah. So, and like we said, everybody, he's not technically been tied to the Delphi murders at this time, but it kind of makes sense because you got, they issued a search warrant early on in the investigation in Peru. They looked at this guy, and now they issued that statement last night.
Yeah, we should still handle this super careful, because what if, we shouldn't say this is definitively the bridge guy.
Correct, because they have not said that he is at this time, so we don't want to say that to anybody.
I will say this, look at what Just the Facts wrote. Yes. Yes, I agree. Look at what the internet was able to do here in hours. Absolutely amazing. This is what happens when people work together. Phenomenal.
So in
Yes.
September of 2018, little thinner, younger. This is as far back as photos go of him, though.
He does look significantly thinner in that photo though.
Mm-hmm.
Look how wide his arms are.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead. People are
I
asking.
don't want to get my hopes up, but man,
They
man,
have known about this for 2 years. About, and it's interesting that they released it last night.
yeah, directly before an arrest is
Yeah.
made the next day. So I mean, look, I mean, the internet didn't find this guy, right? There's